Hello fellow AFOLs and welcome to Long's Bricks. Today is the first video in a new segment I'm introducing to the channel called Bygone Bricks, which is essentially me taking a look at older sets from years ago that are long since retired, no longer available. I guess technically the stop motion build for this set that I did the other day is the first video, but this is the first one where I'm actually talking, so you can hear me introducing this new segment. So today, for this first official segment, we are taking a look at LEGO Star Wars Set 75182, the Republic Fighter Tank. This was released back in 2017. It has 305 pieces, 4 minifigures. You get the Clone Trooper Gunner, Jedi Sakura, and 2 battle droids. So, I don't know why I picked this one first. I've been watching Clone Wars recently. The wife had never seen it before, and she was interested, so rewatching all the way through the Clone Wars series, and I don't know, just kind of got me in a Clone Wars mood, and I realized I'd never built this one. Honestly, I have a lot of sets from years of collecting Lego and just not getting around to building them, so if you have any suggestions in the comments, series you want to see, I mean, I have all kinds of stuff from over the years, Star Wars, Lego Batman movie, Chima, all kinds of stuff. So if you have any suggestions for themes you want to see in future Bygone Bricks episodes, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this is a really cool set. So I guess I'll put the minifigures off to the side for the moment and we'll take a closer look at them. Move the box out of the way. I mean, the box is, you can see, has the old clone helmet up here. Pretty cool little artwork here on the front. Got your 4 minifigures over here on the back. Just kind of showing you how it rolls. Storage for the extra flick fire missiles or stud shooters. Moving turrets. Clone can actually ride inside. How novel. Anyway, we'll put this off to the side and we will take a look at the fighter tank. So let's zoom in here. It's pretty cool. I like this one a lot. Minimal use of stickers. You have 2 up here. You have 2 on one here on this side and 1 here on this side. And then I think these 2 here are stickers. So really not too bad. It has these wheels on the bottom, which I have to admit, I'm not a huge fan of the wheels, because while it rolls front to back pretty decently, I kind of wish that it could, like, it doesn't turn side to side all that well. It's not terrible, but I kind of just prefer when they do the inverted clear tiles to put on the bottom, and then it can just kind of glide around on that really easily. So you have your little turrets here on the side that can move up and down, and they have these stud shooters. There we go. I didn't want to lose it, but they fire pretty well. And then you just pop these back on. These are still, in circulation today. They're still using these stud shooters. You have this little compartment here on the back that you can open up. It's just like a typical little safe piece or bank piece we've seen in several other sets, but you do get 4 other studs to use, so 6 in total. And just throw them back in there and close that up, which is kind of neat. There's a wrench here on the side, and I really don't get that one. Maybe there'll be an episode. It's been a while since I've seen through the Clone Wars, so maybe there'll be an episode coming up where that will make sense to me, but I don't know about the wrench. But yeah, as I said, these turrets can move up and down. Of course, you can open up the top here, and I kind of wish there was like a little something on the hatch to grab a hold to get it to open a little bit easier. And it probably won't be super easy to see down in here, but I'll do what I can. There is a little bar here that you can have a character grab onto, like if they want to kind of be hanging out of the top of this. They can, of course, sit all the way down inside. And then there is, I don't know how well you can see this, but there is a little printed tile. So that is not a sticker. That is a printed tile. There's a little control panel, and then there's a little control yoke down there. You can see that where that clip is. It's like a bucket ladle, not ladle, I guess the handle, bucket handle piece that they've used for a control yoke down there. I also like the use of these swords as little antenna here on the back. I think that's really neat. So if we take Gunner, and I will remove his blaster for a moment, you can sit him all the way down inside. Actually, I'm just going to put the arms down for simplicity's sake. You can fit all the way down in here, like that. And then you can see it closes up very easily. There we go, take him back out. I didn't push him all the way down and because I knew it would be difficult to get him back out if I did that. So if I kind of put like one hand out and then have him grab onto the bar here, I can click on there and then he can kind of hang out. So then he's kind of, you know, riding around, hanging out of the turret, which I think is cool. I think that's a nice option. I think that's a good height. It kind of puts him at the perfect height, sitting around in there. You could have him hold his blaster in the other arm if you wanted to. So I think that's pretty cool. Oop, put the hand upside down there. So all in all, it's a fun little build. It doesn't do a ton on its own. It's really just kind of the two turrets and then putting the character inside and then just rolling it along. But I do think it looks pretty cool. I know we've gotten newer ones more recently. There was a set with, I think, Mace Windu and 2 clones. I'll have to take a look at that one too. But yeah, overall, I really like it. I like the color scheme too. I think the maroon, the white, and then the little pop of lime green, I think really goes a long way with the color scheme. I don't know why, just that lime green really fits the white and the maroon. I was a little worried while building this because I've heard horror stories of the maroon not holding up over the years, snapping, especially with larger plates, breaking in half, so I was kind of worried about that, but I got through it safe and sound, so that's good. But yeah, it's a fun little build. I like it. Very nice. Let's take a look at the minifigures. So first up, we have Gunner. Really nice looking clone trooper. Fantastic printing there on the chest and the helmet. I think that looks really good. It comes with this blaster with this little Technic piece just attached to the end, which doesn't look too bad. I kind of wish that Technic piece was in black just for, you know, consistent color scheme. But again, maybe it is gray on the show and I just don't remember. That is very possible. Some nice printing here on the back. And then I'm going to take the blaster out of his hand and remove the helmet. So you can see you have the kind of typical clone face there. I believe all the clones have the exact same face. And then there's no printing for a second face on the back. But yeah, really nice printing there on the back and on the chest. A little bit of printing there on the front of the legs, which looks really sharp. Kind of wish they had arm printing, but I think it's pretty typical for the clones of this time period. And even still today to not really have a ton of arm printing. But yeah, overall, he's a really good looking minifigure. Up next, we get 2 battle droids. They are identical, so I'm just showing off one here. I feel like the battle droid really hasn't changed much since 99. I know they've done, you know, the new arm where you have kind of the one curved arm and then the one straight arm where the hand is turned 90 degrees so they can hold a blaster, which I do appreciate. But otherwise, there's nothing special here. You do get additional arms, so if you want to have 2 straight arms or 2 curved arms, you absolutely can. Nothing really new going on here, but it's always nice to get more battle droids for the army. And then the main reason you would want to pick up this set, the Jedi Sakura. This looks fantastic. I love the headpiece here with the tails. I think that looks fantastic. Really nice printing all the way on that. I think they did so good there. The lightsaber is, you know, pretty standard. Nothing really new to write home about there. Now, if anyone remembers the original Battlefront 2 back in the day for like PS2 and original Xbox, this character was in that game, but she had 2 lightsabers. She had a blue and a green in that game. And I always wondered why that was, because every time I see her outside of that game, she only has the one blue lightsaber. Because when I opened this up, I was expecting her to have the 2, and then I had to remind myself, yeah, that's only in that game. So if anyone remembers that, let me know in the comments, or if anyone can explain why she had 2 lightsabers in that game and nowhere else, please let me know, because I'm very interested in that. But yeah, it's a good looking minifigure. Once again, I'm going to remove the lightsaber and the headpiece so you can get a little bit better look at the printing. I also really appreciate how she has the one blue arm and then she has the brown arm, because that's kind of how her shirt is. She only has the one sleeve covered. And then you have the second face there on the back. Nice printing on the back. Now, it's hard to see, but she does have printing on the pants. But because it's kind of light brown on brown, it's very difficult to see it. But there is some detailing and some printing there. You can kind of make that out. But yeah, it's kind of difficult. So that, I feel like they could have done a little bit better. I don't know what they would have done. I mean, outlining it in white I think would look too ridiculous, so I don't really know what the play is there. Maybe just a lighter brown, so that the juxtaposition of shades of brown there just stands out a little bit more. But there is some printing there on the top of the legs. It's just very, very hard to see. But everywhere else, I really like both facial expressions, and the printing on the front and back I think looks really great. I think this is a great set. I really like the Republic fighter tank. I think it's a nice build. I do wish it just had the inverted clear tiles on the bottom so that it could just kind of move around a little bit more freely, but the wheels aren't too bad. The turrets I think are pretty cool. The overall design, the color scheme. Sticker use, not too overdone. You know, there's about 6 stickers or so to apply. Really not that big of a deal. I like the cockpit. You know, it fits the figure very well. You have that little section on the back for the extra studs for the stud shooters. All in all, I think that's a pretty cool little build. But for me, the main draw of this set is the minifigures. Jedi Sakura, I think, is an absolutely fantastic figure. And if you're trying to collect all of the Jedi, then I think this is definitely one you're going to want. Gunner is an excellent clone trooper as well. And it's always fun to get extra battle droids for the army. So I think the minifigures are definitely the main draw here. Now, back in 2017... this went for $25 retail price. I probably got it on a sale at some point, you know, maybe 20% off or something like that. But today, still new and sealed in the box, it's ranging from anywhere from like 80 to 90. So at that point, I would say, unless you really want the Jedi Sakura minifigure, you probably could not worry about this one. You could probably just find that figure on its own for, you know, a cheaper price, and then, you know, maybe go with one of the newer versions like the Mace Windu one that came out in the last couple of years. But overall, I think it's a great set. I don't know if I would pay $90 for it, or if you could find a used one a little bit cheaper. That's going to be up to you. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool little set for what it was back in 2017 for 25 bucks. I think the value was definitely there. Really great minifigures. The tank's great, but I think the minifigures are definitely the main draw, at least for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, if you have any ideas for any other Bygone bricks, you know, things from, you know, throw out a theme, and I'll see if I have something from it. I probably do. I've been collecting Lego for, you know, over 10 years, and a lot of it's still unbuilt, unfortunately. Or, hey, maybe fortunately for you. So like I said, let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.